but the ones I want to concentrate on now are the bumblebee is, as someone else mentioned, the buzz pollinators. When they're pollinating, I read an article that said they're like a tuning fork at middle C. They hit a middle C, and the stamens start just releasing all the pollen. So it's just very interesting in that regard. And also, they are intentional pollinators. Like we've heard from a lot of pollinators who accidentally get pollen on them and then they pollinate another flower. Kind of serendipitous. My whole life has been pretty much like that, a happy accident. I just walk around like, oh, that's really great. But when I do things intentionally, it's more productive. And bees do it intentionally because they take pollen back to their nest so they can feed their young. And so this song is called Intentional Pollinator. I took off my glasses so I couldn't see everybody, but now I can't read the words, so I hope this works. Oh, I'm a bumblebee, wild and free, not your domesticated honeybee. I don't live in a hive, don't like a huge swarm, just enough in our nest to keep ourselves warm. I'm a solitary bee, in all honesty, and I practice flower consistency, which means when I go out on a foraging trip with the same flower species I intentionally stick. Oh, I'm an intentional pollinator, making connections. I'm the instigator. I take pollen from the stamen. It's kind of like a game, and I deliver to another flower later. Woo! I'm an intentional pollinator. Other pollinators include butterflies and birds. They don't do it on purpose, it's just something that occurs when they feed. Sometimes they accidentally pollinate when they reach the next flower, and that too is great. But I like to do things intentionally. It gives my life meaning. It's why I be what I be. And when you hear me buzz at exactly middle C, that's when the flowers release their pollen to me. Intentional pollinator, helping to make this world a little greater. I take what I need and leave the rest to make seed. It's the least I could do, wouldn't you say, sir? Intentional pollinator, flowers at the ready. Middle C. Bzz, 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 flowers release your pollen. Around you with no intention to hurt, but you're wearing begonias on your bright pink shirt. What's a bee to do? Just let me be, I've got things to do. Gotta collect my pollen, rich pollen stew. Gotta buzz my buzz, gotta sing my song. Collect my food, help the flowers along. Feel free to sing if you want. Intentional pollinator. I'm the real deal, no imitator. Intentional's a good way to be. Okay, but now we're going to a different part. Intentional is a good way to be. I lost my part. Intentional is a good way to be. Make the world better, eventually.